Hey everybody, this is Kohdok here with another Toy Fair 2016 update. Today we're going to be talking about Spin Master, and I guess first I should discuss the elephant in the room that is the rumored Bakugan Remake. Now, they haven't officially announced anything, and let me before anything else say there was nothing at Toy Fair indicating any kind of Bakugan relaunch. However, I have found the leaked PDF of the investor meeting handout that reveals the aspirations to make a Bakugan remake. It includes this picture that has a guy with a katana, a ride armor, and an Anthro Appa. Now, there have been some hoaxes in the past about a Bakugan relaunch, but the sheer complexity of what was in that pamphlet, along with how it lined up to the stuff I found at Toy Fair, means it is either real or it is an extremely elaborate hoax. Also, the reason I didn't see anything at Toy Fair is that this stuff is slated to come out for 2018, 2 years from now. It is still in pre-production, so we won't hear anything about it for at least a year. I mean, if there's anything at even next year's Toy Fair, it'll probably be a teaser image, like what Playmates put up for Mysticons. Me, personally, I'm actually fairly excited that Spin Master is using the success they've gotten off of some of the series I'm going to show off in this video to try to relaunch one of their old favorites that they did manage to kind of run into the ground previously, but hopefully they've learned their lesson from and will be able to make a great, affordable product like they did in the past. So what did Spin Master have to show off this year? Well, they had some new Star Wars Air Hogs. Of course, they had the X-Wing. They also had the Star Trek Enterprise. They also have Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, which is powered by the same mechanism that a jet airplane uses with a compression turbine that has a rudder at the end. They also had an electronic BB-8, which they did not let me film, but they did let me photograph, that actually has a gimmick that it moves like in the movie, where the head actually stays on top of this big rotating body. That's actually going to be really cool. Also, Meccano, that weird, gigantic robot series that came out last year, is going to be having a massive price drop. Apparently, all of them are going to drop by like $100, and they're also introducing not only a gigantic dinosaur, which is going to be just $100, but they're also going to be having much smaller sets that still have the sophisticated brick, but are going to be a whole lot less expensive, and that's honestly the move I thought Meccano would need to make, because otherwise, I thought it would just be kind of daunting. I mean, a 3-foot robot seems kind of cool, but where do you put it? And of course, they're still working on Zoomer. People still buy Zoomer, I guess. And this year, it's going to be a monkey. And the monkey has a few interesting gimmicks, one of which is the fact that it can actually stand on 2 legs, which are still comprised mainly of wheels, without, you know, having the big dinosaur body to balance it out. That's kind of exciting. I'd like to see the direction they take that. And how can we forget Paw Patrol? Paw Patrol is something I haven't really talked about. It has been Spin Master's real money-making series that they've put out recently. It is about a group of dogs who do all sorts of rescue operations. Apparently it's a really good show. I've never actually tried watching it, but something they are doing is they're finally putting out like some different outfits and looks for the major characters, which was a bit of a problem before because everybody just sort of looked the same, and once you have that one copy of the action figure, you don't need any more. In the movie licensing business, we have some new stuff for How to Train Your Dragon. Apparently a lot of people were excited about that. It looks a little bit more Imaginext-y, but there's nothing wrong with that. I really like Imaginext. And they had stuff for the Angry Birds movie. I still have no idea why they're making an Angry Birds movie. They also had these weird Pudgy Pups things, whatever they're called, that are little animals that have different various motorized gimmicks that let them move different ways. Some of these are already out. They also had some things for like Popples and The Secret Life of Pets. And another thing is they had a bunch of toys for the Powerpuff Girls reboot, a lot of which actually look pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know that they'd actually added little extra accoutrements to the Powerpuff Girls. Like, they give Bubbles some bows to go with her pigtails, and they gave Buttercup a little skull. Well, I guess that's kind of good. Buttercup was a tiny bit bland without that little extra feature. So that's a quick look at Spin Master. I imagine a lot of the Meccano stuff would be better in like an education setting, kind of like with the Lego Mindstorms, but the fact that it's getting a price drop, which from what I was told was actually through reduced material costs, is a good sign, along with a lot of the other things, and like I said, the leak that they're probably going to be starting a new Bakugan series. But like I said, 2 years is a long time, so we're going to have to see where that goes. Until next time, stay tuned for just a little bit more Toy Fair 2016 news, and until next time, this is Kohdok signing off.